What's up, you guys? Lexi C here, back at it again with another video. This ponytail is so tight on my head that I cannot even bear it. But, so this video, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. This is like more of a serious video, because it was Mental Health Awareness Month, like last month, and like I never got to it because I was not sure if I wanted to like open up about this or not. But hey, why not? Like, if it can help someone with something that they're going through, then I might as well. So let's just hop right into it. So I like to think that like everything kind of happens for a reason, you know? And with everything like going on lately, I've been like really down. And we'll just start from like back when I was younger. I kind of always knew that like, yeah, I had like a great childhood and everything, and like there was never like a reason for me to be depressed or upset or whatever, but like I remember always kind of like knowing like that something was off, that something was wrong, and like I felt like I couldn't really be happy. The only way that I could be happy, my roommate just texted me, am I being loud? The only way that I could be happy is if like I had something to look forward to or whatever. Like my natural state never felt good. It was just like I always was down, and it took something, I had to rely on something else to like make me happy, and if that something else wasn't delivering, then I would be sad, upset, unmotivated, not wanting to do anything. And like I am like a very driven person, so that's like when I knew when things that like I love, and I kind of touched on this in the video where I explained everything that happened with like Kay and everything, like when something that you like enjoy and that something's your passion like starts to feel like dreadful and like awful, and like you don't feel like doing it, you don't feel like doing anything but like laying in bed all day and being antisocial, and it's like fun things are a chore, like that shouldn't be it. So I think that when everything happened with Kay, and like I got like a lot of hate on the internet and everything, like it started to really get to me, and I started to realize like that I had a problem when I would sit in my room for 5 hours and not sleep at all and just cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry all night. I was like, okay, I can't live like this. I can't be depressed and upset all the time. And like notifications on your phone always pop up. I think that social media plays like a big role in depression in our like generation, especially because whether we know it consciously or subconsciously, like looking on Instagram and seeing other people's lives, like we see what's perfect and we don't see like reality. Instagram and social media is such like a fake reality to everyone, and we're so like glued to it and attached to it, and it's scary. It's not good for our well-being. And I have always been the type who are like, oh, I don't care what the comments say, like it's whatever, like, you know, you're gonna get hate if you make content on the internet, like that's just how it is. But I think that like a lot of that built up and built up and built up to where I was letting it make me depressed. And as I said earlier, everything happens for a reason, so I think that like I'm glad that this happened because it made me get myself help. I realized that I'm not saying it's just because of hate on the internet. I've always been like this. Like, when I was younger, I always knew, like, I remember like being on the treadmill and just crying. Like I couldn't stop crying. And it's like, why are you crying? What's the reason that you're so upset and sad? Like, why? And when you can't answer that question, then you realize like, this is just how I am. And so it took like me to be in a really bad state and like really upset and not being able to do everyday things like work out or get out of bed. Like I would just want to lay in bed all day. I'd force myself to do things, but everything felt like a chore. Everything, like fun things, hanging out with friends, like fun things that should make you feel happy were making me feel like a chore because I was just getting so down on myself and so whatever. So finally I would like literally like call my mom crying every day. And finally I was like, you know what? I clearly cannot live like this. And if you guys are feeling this way at all, like, get help. Literally get help. And I have always been the person who will never go to the doctor for anything, who will never like I could literally break my freaking leg and like still be like, oh no, I'm fine, like I'm good. We don't need to go to the doctor. But like mental health is something that's real and that we need to take care of, and that people in our society put down like it's like not real. Like, oh, and I even thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I don't need therapy, I don't need antidepressants, I don't need this, I don't need that. But then I like faced reality and was like, you know what, I can't be living my life like miserable and depressed all the time. So I took the steps and I like reached out to a doctor and I got on antidepressants. I'm on Prozac and it has literally helped me so much. So much. And I feel so awkward like being open about this because of like the stigma that it has in our society. But it's not something that we should be afraid to talk about or afraid to be open about, because so many people suffer from depression, so many people suffer from anxiety, so many people suffer from a lot of different like mental illnesses, and it's just, we don't have to be that way. Like, we can get help. There's a lot of different solutions. I'm not saying go get on an antidepressant, like you should try to fix it on your own first. But guys, like the point of this video is like, if you feel like you're not okay and if you feel like you know that like something is wrong with you, or like say something. And I know a lot of people's parents are like, oh, what are you depressed about? Oh, you have nothing to be depressed about. You don't have bills, you don't have this, you don't have that. But like, a mental illness is literally a chemical imbalance in your brain. Like, a lot of people, it's like genetic. A lot of people can't help it. If you guys have ever watched a documentary on Netflix, it's called, I think it's called Happy. And it talks about how being happy is a, like, I forget the exact percentage, but a lot of, it's like it's genetic. Literally, happiness is genetic. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Watch the documentary. And like, I have people in my family who also suffer from depression and everything, but never in a million years did I think I would be like, let's go get on an antidepressant because of this stigma and because I'm like, oh, I don't need it. But literally, it has helped me so much, you guys. So that's why I wanted to make this video, is to like be open about it, because if anyone else out there like needs help, or you know, is suffering from panic attacks. I would get panic attacks so bad and they would just last for so long, and then I'd like literally 5 hours on and off panic attacks. And we shouldn't have to live like that, and we shouldn't let small things throw us off that much, because there's so much more to life than these little problems that we let like ruin us. So ever since I've been on my antidepressant, I guess it's been like 3 months, two months maybe, I've been a lot better and a lot happier. and a lot more motivated to do things, and it like put in perspective like life. And when I got on it, I was like, wow, like, is this how normal people feel? Like, I was used to like dreading everything, you know, like dreading waking up, dreading making a video, dreading making a TikTok, dreading going out, dreading anything and everything, things that you shouldn't dread. And it made me realize, like, oh wow, like this is how like a healthy person feels on a day-to-day basis. That's amazing. So, one, remember that when you go to comment things on like other people's stuff, like whatever it may be, like I feel like I'm strong enough to be able to like overcome the comments and stuff, but not everybody is, especially like people who aren't even influencers. Like the hate that people get online who aren't even influencers or anything, like imagine them reading that and feeling like awful about themselves. Like there's so many suicides and so many awful things that go on because of like bullying on the internet. And I know I sound like, sorry, I'm not trying to sound like your mom, but like think about these things before you say mean things to people, whether it be in person or on the internet. And second, if you feel depressed, if you have panic attacks, if you are mentally unstable in any way, do not be afraid to get help, you guys. Get help. Because I want all of you guys to be happy. I want to be happy. So I just wanted to make this video because it's something that's not talked about enough. And when it is talked about, it's like, oh, that's dramatic, or oh, you're not depressed, or oh. And in reality, so many people suffer from this. So I love you guys. I just wanted to, I'm gonna upload this with like no editing because I just wanted to talk to you guys about this and like share my experience and what I've been through. And I didn't go into too much detail, but I just wanted to like get the word out there. And with being mental health awareness month last month, and me like not uploading about it, I was like, you know what, I really do need to upload about it because I feel like I need to share that with you guys. Okay, I love you guys. I'm doing great, by the way. Don't worry. I'm doing overall, I'm very good. I'm doing very good. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If anyone ever like needs to talk, just DM me, you guys. I'll be there for you. All right, bye.